Hi, are you all zoomed out, totally sick of going to these meetings with 20 people and the one person that doesn't mute their mic and you can hear like their kids screaming in the background? Me too, and everybody else. Welcome to 2020. Hi, I'm Katie with Cherry Business Solutions, and my passion is helping people achieve their business goals with solutions in HR, marketing, and business strategy. And today we are going to give you 4 free alternatives for Zoom meetings in 2020. It is so important for small businesses and entrepreneurs to be able to work and collaborate with their teams and their clients. And it seems like huge Zoom meetings are the way to go for that these days, but they're just so energy draining. And there are a lot of other problems that come along with that format as well. Like endless meeting calls can hurt your team's productivity and morale. Sometimes the share screen button in the e-meeting just isn't collaborative enough to help you develop your product. Sometimes 2 people need to be working on something together, or more people than that. And I have a great fix for that today in the video. Like real life meetings, Zoom meetings in 2020 can be a time drain. Not everyone needs to be there, and if they do, not for the whole time, but for some reason we just feel compelled to stick around watching our life tick away. And Zoom is not terribly engaging. How many of your people quietly click the stop video and mute and disappear and start lurking? How much attention do you think they're paying to the meeting? And do you just feel drained after a meeting? It's not just you. But your team or clients still need to work together. And for small business and entrepreneurs, you need to do it without shelling out a ton of money for an expensive software package. So let's look at some great Zoom alternatives for 2020 that are free. All right, first up is Google Meet. Okay, so this one is basically Zoom, but there are some reasons this might work better for your team. For example, are you already using Gmail? If you are, then this one's already a pretty smooth transition. So you use your Gmail account to log into Google Meet. You don't need a password or a login or anything like that. You can just click directly from your email. The same way you can set up a Google meeting directly from Google Calendar for your employees and clients. So it's a little more seamless of a transition than Zoom. Some other benefits of Google Meet over Zoom include no need for a plugin. That's right, with Google Meet you can launch directly from your browser or phone. None of this click here to launch the Zoom program. And a longer free meeting time. Zoom in 2020 offers a 40-minute meeting for free. Google Meet offers a 60-minute limit, but it doesn't even start until September 30th. So right now, you can talk to your heart's content. Not that I would recommend it. Also, there are Google integrations. I touched on this in the beginning with scheduling, but it goes so much further than that. You can share your docs, sheets, or presentations during your meetings. Speaking of, we're going to move on to number 2, Google Drive. Some of you may be using Google Drive as kind of a free version of the Microsoft suite. You've got your sheets and your Google Docs and your presentation. If you really are interested in how Google can collaborate with your team, I'm going to go ahead and link a video from the experts, Google themselves, down below in my description so you can check it out. But I'm going to give you the highlight reel here. For example, did you know that if you and a teammate are both assigned to the same document, you can work on it together in real time? That means that if one of you is in it and reading it, you can see their little cursor to see at what part of the document they're reading. As they type, the words show up on your screen, which I think is just so cool and so functional. That works on the sheets and the Google Docs. So if you're preparing documentation to go out to a client, or if you're working on your numbers for the business together, you can do that together with another meet or a phone call. I also wanted to show you another thing. I feel like this is great for if you have different schedules. So if you don't have time to get on something at the same time, like a meeting, but you still need to work on the same document and get input from different various people on the team. When you are in suggestion mode, you can change that right up here, and you can also change who has permissions. So when you assign someone to a document, you can say that they can only view, or they can only suggest, or they can edit, which means they can change the document itself. You get to choose that as the owner of the document. When somebody's in here, they can, and it's in suggestion mode, they can make suggestions. So let's say that I think that he's the CEO right now. I don't think he's the former CEO. He is, but let's say that I don't think he is. I can go ahead and delete, and it shows up that I think that he's not. So later on, when somebody else is coming through and reading that document, they can accept or deny my contributions to the article without having to type it themselves. They just do right here the click at accept suggestion or reject suggestion, and Google Docs just does it. So right here, I don't like this. I don't think it should be its own. I don't think we should delete that right here. I like it. I think we should keep it. So I'm going to reject that. But this being italics, okay, I'm okay with that. We're going to accept it. You can just go through and approve all of the edits that somebody else makes on a document, which I think is so powerful and so convenient. The different programs in Google Drive also work together. So in a group that I volunteer for, we have this huge spreadsheet. We're collecting information from different members of the group, but we don't want the members of the group to be able to see the spreadsheet, or even worse, alter the information on it. So we started a Google form. What I do is I drop the link, the URL link to the Google form in the chat box. People can click it, quickly fill in their information, hit submit, and it auto-populates in the spreadsheet for me. They never see the spreadsheet, they never touch it, but the information just ends up there for me. It's so easy, Google sets it up, and it's a great integration for this volunteer group to use for free. So all of those integrations, all of those things in Google Drive that I've mentioned are free for small businesses and entrepreneurs and individuals. Check it out. Very, very powerful collaboration tools. So the next thing that I'm going to mention as a collaboration tool is project boards. If you don't immediately know what that means, that's all right. You've definitely heard of the brand names. We're talking about things like Trello, Asana, ClickUp, Monday.com, project management board. The great things about collaboration boards is that everyone can work at their own pace, but you, the owner, have oversight over what's happening without having to micromanage your team, which is going to be awesome for morale. I also use project management boards as a solopreneur because I like to keep track of my multiple clients and my content publishing schedule. So it's really helpful for me to keep track of many things that are going on at once. So what is a collaboration platform? It's an app or piece of software that allows your team to see what they're working on, how many projects your company has going on right now, and where your resources are being devoted. In its most basic form, it's a board with cards, and you can move the cards around on different parts of the board. So maybe you have a draft done pile and you're shifting things over, or maybe you have like a sales funnel and you're moving clients through the sales funnel. There are a lot of different things you can use it for. Many also have a calendar view. This allows you to see upcoming deadlines in different parts of your company to see if you have too many deliverables coming due at once. Maybe you need to move something, and this lets you see a bird's eye view of your company. The benefits to you are that you can see what your team is doing, all of your projects at a glance. You can monitor your team's progress instead of having to call and see what they're working on, and you can see that they're marking things off. This gives you peace of mind and then freedom from micromanagement. This increases productivity because instead of sitting in large Zoom meetings, you can quickly assign tasks and details out to your team and save your team meetings for things that you really need everyone there for, like brainstorming. It increases transparency and clarity. Your team knows the details of what is assigned to who. There is no, oh, I don't remember hearing that in the meeting, or, oh, I thought so-and-so was taking care of that. Every task is assigned and outlined right there where you can see it. Integrations. Do you want your collaboration platform connected to your emails? You can do that. Do you want it connected to your calendar? You can do that. Do you want to be able to send invoices directly from your collaboration board to your clients and have them pay right in the invoice? You can do that. Work smarter, not harder, with collaboration boards. So I'm going to show you a little sample of a collaboration board that I have that I use. So this is my collaboration board that I have to manage my publishing dates. So this is my publishing date for the blog that I wrote for All Zoomed Out. So I have recently written the teaser for LinkedIn and scheduled the pins that are going out to let people know that is done. So I'm now going to move this on over to the done pile. As you can see, I have some ideas over here that are coming up. As soon as I get some of these things finished, I can start marking them off and see how close I am to being done. Another powerful replacement to Zoom meetings in 2020 is Canva. I know that I talk about Canva all the time. There shouldn't be a single person out there that doesn't have a login by now. So let's talk about how Canva can help you with your team collaboration. Once again, I'm going to show you some examples of what it can do. Right here, you can see that I have brand colors and one of my clients' brand colors and some chosen fonts right here in the brand kit, all easy and accessible. I could get to those. Anyone I added to my team could get to those. It's accessible for anyone on my team or me who's designing social media. I can also share any designs that I want anyone else to look at or approve right here with one button. Click, share. That's it. Share, I put in their email, and this design is in their email inbox. One button and somebody can see exactly what I'm talking about. I don't have to save or download or anything. It's great. I love Canva. This takes something that can be very challenging. Designing together collaboratively in different places in an extremely visual format and makes it super easy. Can you imagine arguing which shade of red needs to happen in a Zoom meeting? No, thank you. So how is your small business going to benefit from one of these Zoom alternatives? I'm really interested to know which one you think you're going to use. Drop me a comment. Of course, subscribe and like to help me develop my web presence here. I really want to know what you would be interested in learning next. So Cherry Business Solutions, delivering solutions in HR, marketing, and business strategy. Let me know what you want to learn. Drop a note in the comments. I'm excited to hear from you guys. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.